Hey everyone, it's Haley with Scrappy Gidget with a Reading Wednesday update, even though it's Thursday, a day late, but it's just because I got off track with vacation a little bit. I finally finished Unbroken. I cannot recommend this book enough. Even if World War II isn't something that you are super interested in, it's a very amazing book about resilience, survival, forgiveness, and just the trials and tribulations that a person can go through who is determined to continue on. Laura does an incredible job of sharing Louis' amazing story. And I have said on previous episodes of Reading Wednesday with Scrappy Gidget that it almost seems fictional because it is such an incredible story. You can't believe that it really happens. But it did, and it's documented. One thing I thought was kind of funny, I left this bookmark in here for a reason. So I had gotten to this point in the book, chapter 26, and I was like, man, I just feel like there's so much more left to go. But actually, there wasn't that much left to go. Because about, I don't want to go past it. Sorry, this is a boring part. I should have marked oh, look at that right here. These are all the acknowledgments. So there's a whole, centimeter worth of acknowledgments and her footnote documentation. So I was closer to the end than I thought I was. And then when the end came, I was just enraptured by what I had read and even his life after the war, how incredible it was. The other thing is I typically have a history of reading about World War II in the European front, and so this actually focuses his journey on the Pacific front and fighting the Japanese. So again, it's a unique perspective and history, and I highly recommend it. So with that being completed, I just wanted to open my bullet journal vocabulary list to show you all of the fun words that we have learned, not learnt. So I believe we had up until this word, and I still haven't figured out how to actually pronounce it, but languidly, nihilism, consternation, portended, vitriol, expiation, harangue, injury, excuse me, that's not injuring, inuring, imbibing, excoriated, and fabulist. Fabulist is just a very interesting word, and it's kind of more based on what I would consider how to say it would be fabulist, but no, it's fabulist, and I think that's a fabulous word, and I want to try and incorporate it in my vocabulary more often. But yeah, so those are my vocabulary words that I read in Unbroken that I was not familiar with or wanted to look more into. So yeah, that is the update with Unbroken. And then here's the exciting part for all of you trackers out there. I got to fill in another book on my reading challenge list and put a check mark next to it, a novel based on a real person, on the Reading 2018 Pop Sugar Reading Challenge. I'm very excited. We're on our way. We're a pretty good start, although my goals for January was 3 to 4 books. I only got 2 read through. But like I said, I feel personally that that's a good goal. For me, I've done a pretty decent job. So the next on the list is a true crime novel. And I picked Helter Skelter. I explained in another video why I specifically picked this book, and I'm only through the first, chapter, or the first part of it, but one thing I can tell you already is that I am incredibly fascinated at the way in which the crime was handled. I mean, everybody knows kind of the story, but there's a lot of detail in here that I had no idea about. So it's really small print, but it reads super fast. So I'm looking forward to keeping up with this, and hopefully I'll get through it sooner than I anticipate that I will. And I hope that you are enjoying following me on my reading challenge journey, and I hope that you are challenging yourself for some literary exploration. Please leave a comment below on what you're reading or any recommendations you have for me. Thanks for watching. Bye.